Hello all, Metal Smile back at it again with another review. I am feeling pretty sick today. Today I am looking at Transformers Legacy United Infernac Universe Nucleous. As they say, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but the nucleus is the site of the ribosome biogenesis, which is essential for protein synthesis in the cell. This guy is a retool of Magnus and has his own unique textures and patterns on his lower legs, feet, torso, chest, and shoulders that really separate him from the others. Nucleus's color palette is striking, and boasts a plethora of warm, lighter toned grays, frosted silver, and gold accents throughout the robot mode, and that little metallic turquoise visor emphasizes the character's importance, making him stand out from the Rocky bunch. I imagine Nucleus to be the leader of the Infernac Universe inhabitants, with Calcitron being his trigger-happy second-in-command. Nucleus, he would be this charismatic, pragmatic, and selfless-to-a-fault warrior who values his people over himself, even if it comes at the cost of his own health. Magnus could be his literal rock of sort, and, someone who's always there for him despite Nucleus neglecting his own well-being and carrying the heaviest burdens. His presence alone screams the title of leader and feels rightfully earned given his ornamental appearance, decorated as this individual of honor. For his articulation, basically the same as Magnus and Calcitron. Now, the joints for the shoulder movement and the bicep swivel is still a bit loose on my copy, but everything else on Nucleus is
pretty darn tight.
The waist is solid, the head is not as tight as the other two. Joints, especially for the legs as well, the knees, the hips, the thigh swivel, and the ankle pivot and rocker, forward and back movement, it can definitely allow you to pull off some pretty dynamic displays with this guy. For his accessories, we have a club and a shield. Now the club you could just put into this hand right here, plugs in, and the shield, I like to connect it to the back of this arm and have it kind of sit there. You can definitely get a good assortment of displays with this guy, as you wish.
Comparison time.
Geocron, Boulder Crash,
Agnes, Calcitron,
Megatron, Optimus Prime. To transform Nucleus is exactly the same way you transform
Calcitron,
to transform
Magnus.
First, you take off the weapons, split this club into two pieces. We'll get back to that later. Take a shield off. Same transformation for the other two. You just have to pick up this chest. It can be
tricky in some cases,
but doable.
Put up the chest.
Flip the head in. Hold the hands out like this. Take these pieces in the back that are optional to plug in back here, but I just do it because
of looks.
You want to have these go on like so. And the exact same thing you do with the other figures. Make sure these are too tight. God damn. I have to take a scissor or trimmer to those. And weirdly enough, they don't really have anywhere to go, actually. They just kind of sit there. The same thing with this arm. Bring the section down. Bring the canopy up here. And you gotta take these parts, and you can use these tabs to connect them onto the bottom of the feet for storage. And these act as like very powerful boosters for the vehicle, which look absolutely striking. And here we have Nucleus in vehicle mode. The retool work definitely does this character justice and succeeds in distinguishing himself from the likes of Calcitron and Magnus. This thing oozes relentless power and comes together super well and cohesively. Aesthetically, this is among my favorite alternate modes from the Legacy line, next to Shard, who is going to be reviewed next. The booster is being integrated into the back of the vehicle mode is a pure genius. It's such a nice look. I love it so much. Rocket power! Overall, this is another worthy inclusion to the Infernac Universe roster. And last but definitely not least, my favorite, soon to come.